go. All right. Oh, oh no, this is GBP. I'm gonna say. Let's get myself. That look like a complete sale.
The yen is crashing. Apparently.
That's that what that is. Yen. Why is this? What watch list is this? This ain't my watch list. There we go. Anybody got any other pairs they want to look at? Oh, I do not know if this is a retest. A clear what can railroad on a 30-minute. Let me see what we're gonna go through all of this. Day chart. Well, the day chart still look like a buy. Day chart look good for the buy. 4 hour. That's a little tricky. 4 hour candle just started 30 minutes ago. I see divergence is what I said. That's tricky. It would have to railroad this thing though. Other than that, the 4 hour look good. The green is still crossed up on the 4 hour, so that could just be a pullback retest. The hour did a railroad, but it looked like it's already wicked. It depends on how it closed. If it closed anywhere looking like this, I'm getting out of there. Retesting yesterday is high, so it could be holding that. With how the 5 phases work, it could sell somewhere. The mid-week reversal could very much sell. And if it's going to hold today's high, that's real way far ahead. But it either tank now or on Wednesday come and it holds today's and yesterday high, if they hold this whole area, it's definitely a for sure sell. With the 5 phases, if we do a consolidation stop hunt, remember they also work out Monday through Friday, each phase being a day. So it would be the stop hunt yesterday and today. And if it's rising, that means the sale is going to be our sniper entry for the week, which would be on the hour to 4 hour chart. And then it'll sell and then reverse on Friday. So that's something else that's another way. I'm going to end up doing 5 phases and showing that another time. I've been wanting to show everybody how to do it on a 15-minute and a 1 hour chart. Whoever does it, because that's the homework. I'll be honest with you, nobody never really does it. And so I don't go any further. I just keep on talking and showing what I can show. But as far as making it homework, um, ain't nobody sent it in. But I'm done with that.
You sent
So
homework? Because
the
I would have
five
done it.
phases, the five
Okay.
phases,
I'll work on that. I'll work on that. Give me a second though. I'll work on it.
all good. Okay, I'll wait on Sabi. By the time she do it, nobody else do it. You're getting the L. No, ain't no else. We just keep on going. Just don't stop.
Validation, stop hunt, Cayman cross. Okay, dude, I'm gonna do it.
You see it? Okay. Yeah, sit in the chat, send the chat. If you're in the chat, if you're not in the chat, speak to someone so we can get you in there. Who's not in the OPP chat? You should be at minimum in that chat. Somebody was saying something? I know Julian in it. I don't know about Cynthia. I don't know about Dr. Dickinson. I do notice y'all on the calls at night. I know Makita in it. I don't know who Shanta is.
Arms reversal.
If y'all not in it, get with your expert advisor, get the broker link so you can get in it. Free signals, can't beat it. I don't think I've lost the trade. I can't remember the last time I put a trade in there and it's lost. I can't even. Maybe won a couple. Yeah, last week something. No, never mind. No, I'm sitting here really thinking I ain't really put nothing in there that's lost. Let me bread right now. So levels, we're gonna stick with the levels. I'm gonna get back to getting on that. If nobody got nothing else for me, we are in this buy right here. There's a pullback. Stop loss is at the 50% average daily range for everybody that has that on their trading view. Y'all know that's how we looking for TPs and stop losses. Um, Go to trading view, look for the SADR. It's your switch average daily range. Every day this populates. I'll go through that right quick for the people that don't know. We got it on the daily chart. Every day is going to set this up as soon as the market open. With the way this works,
You recording this?
yeah,
Nelly?
they're always recorded. They're
Okay.
always recorded. I'm gonna do a video strictly on, it'll be like a few minutes, probably a short, just on my indicators alone. We got the catchable mustard scanner, we got that in there. Um Oh yeah, for everybody don't know, I got two blueberries and two mayos. One of them is simple. Besides the ketchup and mustard, I don't really even use that no more. That was something I'd been testing for years, and it's good just how it is. And then the average daily range. That's part of the strategy. There's a lot of them on TradingView. I like this one the best. Um, you could switch it to a daily. If you're a longer term trader, you can put it on week. The open's going to be on Monday where the week opens. If we had got into the trade as soon as the week opened, right away on Monday alone, it hit the 25 and 50%. Those are the targets I tell people to go for on the daily, the 25 and 50%. It's going to hit those every day on the daily, 9 times out of 10 if you're looking for sales or buys, but you got to know the direction you're going in. But 9 times out of 10 it hits them. It got like an 80% chance to hit the 75. Maybe I'll just keep it simple. It got a 75% to hit the 75, and then it can hit the 100%. What it did yesterday, because I can look at the past ADRs, I can go to the daily. So I do want to go over that, show the past ADR so we can look at what it did yesterday. Yesterday, Sunday, Monday, market opens, it hit the 25, 50, 75, and 100% in like 2 hours times. So you'd have got that as soon as the market opened, like right away. If you were looking for buys, you know you're looking for buys, find your entry, and they hit all three targets. It'll do this for up to a week when you show the pass, so it can go a week back and you can go over it. We can even go over that just to show how accurate this thing is and how it can be used right quick, especially using the scanner. This is on the 15-minute. When we go over these calls, I usually go over what direction we trading in. So we've been looking for buys. I usually look for that on my higher time frame on 1 hour and 4 hour. I see that it's giving off buys. So when I go down to the 15-minute, I'm only going to take the buys. I'm going to ignore the sell signals. We're looking for buys. So if we go back, what we got? Go back as far as this thing will let me buy right here. If we go to the buys, make it wider. We got where they hit the 75%. Market open. Stop loss could have been right here. Never came down to it. And it came up to this is the 100. It's not, it's kind of lagging. Since this is the one on top, I have to assume that's the 100%. So it came up to the 75%. On a day of, you would have clearly saw the 25 and 50, and it would have hit all those targets that day. Next day, Tuesday, if you were looking for sales, market open sale, it hit the 25, 50%, and 75%. Held that perfectly in reversed. I don't know what I did that day. I didn't do, I don't think, no, we caught the end of the day reversal that day. I remember that. I was looking for it to hold the blueberry, and then the next day we actually caught the blueberry. Sent that signal in the chat. Thursday, January 8th. You can go through that yourself. So we come in Thursday. It don't always have to be on the open that you take the trade. You can use the red. If you're looking for buys, you can still use the red as entries and stop losses. I could have used this as an entry and used this as the stop loss, and my targets are the next lines up. Came up to the open and came up to the 25% before the day was over with. Next day, we got our buys, stop loss. Mo is going to pick the stop loss, the red line hasn't hit. So basically, market open, I'm a New York session trader. So the way I actually do this in real time is 9:30 comes in the morning, and I take my buys. It already hit this red one during Asian and London session. If I go in on that, so I'm going to use the one below that as my stop loss. So 9:30, 8:30 come in, we take our trade. I'm going to put my stop down here because it's in the clear. It would have to make a whole new low of the day to take me out this trade. Bam, I'm in the trade. It hit this target, and it was really the open of the next day, hit the next target. And we held that trade last week for pretty much the week. We called a buy on Tuesday, and I didn't close that out till Friday. Ended up getting like 800 pips or something like that off that one trade. So yeah, that's how that week ended. We here now on Sunday, Monday. That's a quick rundown of that. And if you're a swing trader, you would just go in here and switch the resolution. That's the daily, the week, and then it goes up to the open of the month, and it'll give you targets for the whole entire month. So I'll do that one quick time without showing the pass. That's for the new people. Beginning of the month, January 1st, open of the year. Came to the open of the year, came and retested it, took off. But it took your buy anywhere on the scanner. It hit the 25%, 50%, 75%, almost at the 100%. And this is for the month. So those percentages is going to be more pips. The targets are bigger. The stop losses are bigger. That's how that works. 15-minute chart, we would just been taking all the buys. I be giving game, man.
We want it. You just got to do it again.
People who be on it, and I do it again too. I ain't gonna lie. Once I'm in the flow, I'll be gone. So I'm gonna start off with this. If you are new to the call, go and you're in No More 9 to 5, go through the Catch Up and Mustard trading course. I did that way I'm not speaking a foreign language because I'm really finna speak a foreign language right now. It'll be easier for you to keep up on these calls once we do it. Because the whole Catch Up and Mustard, and if your phone ain't set up, that's basics. That should be all on there. So what are levels? It's the market maker's trend cycle drawn out over 2.5 to 5 days of price movement in a particular direction. So I'm gonna go back to say when I was showing the charts and I was saying we're only looking for buys, even if you're a scalper, I'm not a scalp trader. If you're able to recognize these 2.5 to 5 days, you should know what direction to trade in. If we only looking for buy, last 2 weeks we just been buying. Really longer than that. It did its stop hunt and it sold for like 2-3 days here and there, and that was it. It's just been buying. So once you figure out I'm looking for buys, that's the direction we're going in. We can look at a 1 hour and 4 hour to figure that out. Look where the water at and all of that, and then you can go to any time frame, and your pushes are going to be more accurate once you know the direction you're going in. Let me see. Where can I find it? If you're in the No More 9 to 5, you will go to your courses. And it's in the trading course. It's in the trading course. So this allowed, let me see where we at. Yeah, this is exactly what I was saying. Gotcha. Cool. Thank you. Good. All right, the market maker trend cycle, bit cycle. Good Lord. Where my water at? Where I go in early. I ain't had my chai tea this morning. Good. This plays out every time frame. 15-minute chart is going to help you see this every day. The hour chart, sometimes you might not see the 3 levels play out, but you'll still be able to recognize the consolidation, the stop point, and then your sniper entry, your catch up and mustard crossing. You might not see the levels clearly on the hour chart, but you'll be able to see those and get your entry in. 15-minute chart is going to let you see everything every single day. 1 hour is for the week. Monday is going to be consolidation. Tuesday, stop punt. Wednesday, mid-root reversal. That's usually going to be the entry. Thursday will be your pullbacks to the mustard. That's going to be on a 1 hour and 4 hour chart. Friday will be a reversal end of the day. Yeah, I'm gonna show most of this on the charts. So I'm gonna go over this. How do we identify the levels? 2.5 to 5 days of drop or rise. Each level is approximately 1 time the ADR. For the ADR we're using, we're looking for the 50% on that. 9 times out of 10, every single day is gonna hit the 50%. So once we hit that, we know we pretty much good for the day. We it's extra if it's doing the 75 and 100% on a daily basis. Somewhere around the 50%, you should be taking some partials, putting stop loss and profit, something like that. We good for the day. Asian consolidation, that's all that is. So the EMA crosses, this is key. We're looking for the mustard across the water. If the water's in the right place, we're looking for the ketchup across the mustard. That's the beginning. And then, depending on where the water is, we'll see the mustard cross the water. That usually happens on the first day. And if the water's not in the right place, using the scanner, it won't give that off. When we see that happen on the first day, that's our confirmation for day 2 to look for the direction, look for our entry. So if it crosses and it confirms a buy, we'll be looking for buys for level 2 and 3. After that, we got the water crossing the Mayo. That's one of my favorite entries. Usually you see the water cross the Mayo. And with all of these on the second number, it's going to pull back to it. So if we got the mustard crossing the water, it's going to come back and pull back to that water. I'll show all of this over the charts. Once it does that first time, that's one of my favorite entries. It's going to take off. If you can catch that off the water entry, you can hold that for the whole 3 levels, usually with no problem. And then we got the water crossing the Mayo. It'll pull back to that Mayo, take off. We got the water crossing the Blueberry or the Mayo crossing the Blueberry. Same thing. It'll cross, pull back to the Blueberry, and we can hold that thing for the 2.5 to 5 days. I'm gonna get to the charts on this so we can get better better visuals. Yeah. Bam. So what's this thing doing so far? It's pulling back up. Yeah. Might be a little slow today.
Staying
Yeah,
at
when they
5.
catch up. Yeah. I'm still, yep. You can still get in my stop losses down here. It's pretty much still at the entry. It's look like it's already did the pullback and heading back up. So it should be. I don't think it'll drop anymore, but it might be slow. It could hit later today. Might have to hold it and it hit when the market open or something like that. One thing that's really changed about me, I don't care about how fast it hit, as long as I'm in the right direction and it hit it. So I'm gonna look for a Monday. We're gonna go through a week. And these 5 phases, they're not perfect. Sometimes it can consolidate Tuesday. Today could be a consolidation day. And it do the stop hunt tomorrow and your sniper entry Thursday, and you can hold that through Friday, and it could play out like that sometimes. And that's really because these levels play out on every time frame. But on the 15-minute every day, you can look for your 5 phases. That's not gonna be perfect every day. If it don't look right, just don't trade it. And we might get into this a little bit, but one secret I got about the 5 phases is that they can reset in a day and do it all over again. I got that marked up somewhere already. I'll end up dropping that, and then I'll go over into that. If not today, next time, because I don't want to overcomplicate that. But I'm definitely gonna go over it. Let me see. So we're gonna start with a Monday last week. We really just gonna do a micro macro check down. All of this is in the course too. Monday, that looked like a consolidation day, but Monday definitely did that. It did it a whole bunch of times. It don't matter how big or small it is. This was our It was coming out of consolidation from the previous day. Make sure you have your period session separators on. They're called session breaks on TradingView. On MT5, they're called period separators. They separate the days of the week. It's easy for you to spot the consolidation where the day ends and begins. So we got our consolidation. We got our stop point low. We got our ketchup crossing the mustard, sniper entry water on the bottom. We got our level one. We got our pullback. We got our level two. Remember, to make it a level, all it needs to do is break the previous level, and any kind of pullback or consolidation confirms the end of the level. And then it did a three. Three wasn't big. Three is usually the smallest, most choppiest one. One and two being the biggest, giving out the most pips. And then it pulled back. The reason why this is like you have to recognize this because all this happened in just Asian session alone. You could have got 3 levels out of Asian session and be like, I'm done. I recognize the consolidation, stop punt low, catch across the mustard, got my entry. Level one, pull back to the mustard, level two, and then did an M and then reversed. Catch across the mustard the opposite way again. By the peak of level 3 or something like that, would have got up out of there. Using a TDI crossing with an M, could have got up out of there. Have a pip go. I can even measure these pips. Worst case scenario, this is where the scanner said to buy on this candle. At the peak of that, gave out 200, a little over 200 pips. So somewhere around there, you should have been taking a partial, putting a stop loss and profit or something anyway. Can't be greedy with it. Getting 200 pips out of Asian session is a whole lot. So this looks choppy, but if you can recognize what session you're in as well, this didn't play out just easy for the day where Asian session was just consolidation, London with a stop point sniper on New York. So recognizing this, okay, that's the end of Asian session. We got London session coming in up till what here? 9, I'm gonna go to 9:30. So let me see. I need to make this easier and block this off of boxes off or something. I'm not the best with drawing. What do I need? A channel or something like that. Let's I'm gonna do a rectangle. We could have did an indicator and just marked off the sessions, but I don't want to get that deep into it. I'm gonna go to the end of that reversal on the Asian session. We're gonna stay in the purple box. This is our consolidation. We got our stop punt low. We got our ketchup crossing the mustard.
Can you make it a little bigger?
Yep. Matter of fact, let me just go in on this day.
Thank you for the old
Okay.
eyes.
Yeah, yeah. All good. So this could be our consolidation. Stop punt low. Ketchup across the mustard. That's 3. We got our level 1 consolidation here. Pull back. We got our level 2. Pull back to the mustard. We got our level 3. And then it reversed. And it reset all over again. That's just London session. So it did it in Asia session did it in London. Let's see if I can delete that. Or maybe I can move it. Yeah, there we go. Bam. So now we in New York session. You can see where that went. No, that ended that. Yeah, and this, man, I ain't gonna lie, this is crazy. That's a little early, but it's close. Because when the Asians start, New York starts at 9. I'll just leave it. We're gonna go to 9. 9 right here. 9 o'clock. There was consolidation before that. So there's no ketchup and mustard crossing. It crossed London. Right now, we just got pullbacks to the mustard, and it continued to trend up. So we can still recognize the consolidation and the false move down, and we know we're going for a buy. That's where we can reset to start to look for the levels again. So we can get a push here, 9 o'clock. We can count one pullback. It don't have to be a whole bunch of candles to be considered a pullback for a level. Any consolidation within a level is the end of that level. It's just a 15-minute chart. So it could be a pullback like that, and that could be level 2 with our push. We got another big pullback that was a stop point, came to retest or all of that, everybody in their buys, and then it came to finish off the move and barely broke this peak. So that would have been our level 3, because after that, it reversed for the end of the day. That was the end of it. It kind of came up and still just wicked those highs, and the day ended here with this session break. So that was the end of it. If you see that, I hope you see that, you won't be able to unsee it. And this is probably the most complicated it would get, because it kept doing it every session. If you trade Asia and London different sessions, you'll be able to spot that like that. I almost like this box, but I think I'm gonna get rid of it. What is this? January 6th. So I'm gonna see how this looks on the hour chart. I want to just move it. Matter of fact, I might need that again. If I go to the hour chart, we got our consolidation stop point low, rise, consolidation, pullback, level 2, consolidation, pullback, level 3. I'm gonna go over that again, because on the hour chart, the 5 phases just played out regular. And especially like for me, I'm just a New York session trader. I would have recognized, I'm gonna look at that Asian session. It was our consolidation here. It pulled back. It did a push. It consolidated again, pulled back. London session pushed again, and come New York, I can look for that pullback to the mustard to give that last push. And once it got over the last consolidation zone, the last push, that's the end of it. Right at the end of the day, it came in reverse. Go ahead.
About to ask, was that the reversal coming up next? Okay.
That ain't as clear as possible. And that's probably like the worst that it get, unless it's just consolidating the whole day. That's not even clear, honestly. I don't know if everybody can even see that. I could see that, but that's not even all the way totally clear. So that was just Tuesday. If I come in and look at this on Tuesday, this ain't like, this is all crazy, because I could see the 5 phases played out, where Wednesday looks like the consolidation phase. Tuesday was the stop point low, hit across the mustard, pulled back Thursday, rose all the way up, and Friday, not even Friday, well, yesterday came and reversed. I ain't gonna lie, that just made me look at this whole thing differently. Because if that was consolidation, stop point low, sniper entry, pull back to the mustard, reversal, it's like a choppy level 3. You got rid of my TDI. What I'm looking for everybody that know what I'm even looking at, is this could be level 3, what happened yesterday, and I'm already seeing the divergence, and it's starting to pull back, and it could want to sell. We got this breakout right here on the Bollinger Band on the TDI, Definitely got divergence. It's higher here than it is here. We got our green crossing our red on the TDI. And then now we got another peak high that went higher than that, but the TDI is getting lower. It's under the market baseline, and it looked like the green is going to cross the red, and it's on the hour chart. Honestly, if that holds like that, we could get some sell in, unless it's going to reset somewhere and retest and start buying again. But I don't think it's going to rise anymore for the rest of the day for sure. I'm gonna have to let that play out. It's gonna have to make a new low today for me to still get out the trade. I'm watching that as well. I was waiting on somebody to see it. When you see it, you see it. I didn't know it was gonna be you, but somebody was gonna see that. Now that I'm looking at this like this and going over this like this. But go ahead. Somebody from the system.
I was gonna say I'm kind of monitoring it because it might do a thing where it just consolidates for 8 hours before it makes, either continues buying up or decides to sell. But I'm watching it to see what it does. Because between like the news influence and all of that, yeah, I'm just kind of in deep observation mode.
Yeah, cool. Well, we're gonna give all our thoughts and as this thing plays out. Yeah, I see that. I don't know if I'm going too fast for anybody. I know y'all keeping up. If you new on the call, I don't know if y'all know even what's going on. But we've been going over this certain PDF for a few weeks, or about a couple of months now, and the level is the hardest part to understand. So that's why I'm going over the levels like repeatedly. The levels they just get crazy. So the 5 phases and the levels is what I'm blending together right now. And I'm marking up charts myself where I recognize it. And I've been putting them in the chat, wanting everybody to go mark up a chart. It don't matter what pair. The first one I did was NZD USD, just to show I can go to any chart and find this stuff and mark it up and see the 5 phases and recognize it. That's what it's all about. So once you recognize that, that's like the key thing. I'm extremely new. Oh yeah, I don't think I've seen you on the evening calls. All good. All right, yeah. So we're gonna just keep really all I'm doing, I'm gonna just go day to day and see how easy it is to recognize these 5 phases. So right here, or did this day right here. So this played out different. One thing about a stop hunt, because it can happen and it could be 2 candles, it could be 3, 4 candles. It don't have to be the whole session. Looking at the 15-minute,
Can you zoom in?
yep. Thank you for that. We're gonna focus just on this day right here. That's good enough?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
All right, thank y'all. Participation. I only like to talk to myself by myself. So we got consolidation. This right here, this could be a stop hunt. And to explain the stop hunt, if people are in buys, usually the stop hunt is going to be the drop. And vice versa. If there's a sale and you're looking for sales, the next day your stop hunt is going to be a rise. It's trying to either hit your stop loss or take people out of trades that got stop losses and profit, things like that. Is coming for stop losses for the overall trend of the market. So this was the first day of a reversal. And so we don't have the water on top. And so what we do to confirm it is this is a day where we got the mustard crossing the water. So we got a small little consolidation phase. It didn't do nothing much up top. That could be a small stop hunt. It's just holding its own. What it also could be is people are trapped up here, putting buys up here at the high. And so now it's going to pull back. We got a ketchup crossing the mustard. That's our sniper entry. If you can't recognize anything else by the time that happens, you're like, okay, I'm in phase 3. And then you'll start to get your pullbacks to the mustard. Depending on how you want to enter these things, you will need to put your stop loss at the high. If you're catching it as soon as it crosses, or you let it play out, you're going to miss the first level and wait for that consolidation pullback to the mustard. This is a lot going on in one with this, because this is also the first pullback to the water after the ketchup and mustard has crossed and the mustard and the water has crossed. Usually when it pulls back to that water for the first time, that is one of my favorite entries. It's going to usually hold that, and it continued to pull back to the mustard another time here and gave off 3 levels. So we got the ketchup crossing the mustard, level 1, consolidation pullback, level 2. I'm not gonna count that as a level because it didn't break
Make that a
this.
little bigger so we can see. It's kind of tight. That's all.
Oh, went back out again. Good. I don't know how that even happened. I did it big the first time. So we got our consolidation, ketchup across the mustard, mustard across the water. That's showing us we in level 1. That's a whole level pullback. First pullback to the mustard and the water. We got level 2 came in. It pulled back to the mustard here, but this didn't break that previous level. So I wouldn't count that. I'm looking for it to break that next level. But we could have still entered off the pullback to the mustard. If you missed all this and you missed that, that's our next pullback. Did that push and broke that level. So that's level 2, pullback, and then it came and did the final push and then reversed. And then it consolidated. That's all within Asian and London session. If you're an Asian and London session trader, that's how you knew you was done right there. After that, instead of it reversing, it just continued the trend. So it did a reset. That's the only part you have to pay attention to, be careful of, is it going to reverse after you notice the 5 phases play out, or is it going to reset? In this case, it reset. Consolidation. There was no stops up high. The ketchup mustard just crossed it. This time the water's on top. And just level 1, pull back to the mustard. Level 2, pull back to the mustard. And this wasn't big, but that was the last push. And then reversed. Got a railroad track. Reversal. Back for the end of the day, consolidated the rest of the day after that. I see it. I hope you see it. If you don't, let me know. But at the same time, it's not going to play out perfect every day. And if you don't see it, you don't trade it. We're also just doing this on a 15-minute chart. It gets a little easier to see once you get to like the hour time frame or something like that. I can't even remember what day I marked up. So here we got it again. We're looking for sales.
Open it up.
And we're looking for sales at this point. So next day, our stop hunt is going to be high, no matter how big or small. So we came out of consolidation, stop hunt high right here. That could be for anybody that got sales, stop losses is up in here. Once it does what it needs to do, it don't matter how big or small. Once the market get what they need out their stop hunt, that's it. This is crazy because this is finna play out. The 5 phases plays out multiple times on this day, and this is just the Asian session. So Asian session, consolidation, stop hunt high, catch up across the mustard. That's our entry. We got, and this look a little choppy, but we can do a level 1 here, because all we need is that little pullback. Pullback, level 2, pull back to the mustard, level 3, reverse, and then consolidate it. Now we're in London session. London session was nothing but a bunch of consolidation. So I'm going to go over this a whole, but I'm
And
gonna
that
handle it
section right there, that wasn't a stop hunt to go into reverse that went below the blueberry there?
like this right here and then a stop hunt low.
Yeah,
Yes,
right there. Yeah.
yes. But that stop hunt was for the buy. That's exactly what I'm about to get into. This was just agent session alone. And if you trade agent session, you could have got your consolidation stop hunt low, sniper entry, pullbacks to the mustard reversal here. But the 5 phases also plays out for the whole day. So the way that this plays out on the whole day, we can mark off Asian. When does London start? 3? I'm just gonna go to 3. I thought it held that. That's Asia. On a bigger scale, this whole thing is a stop hunt. That's a stop hunt low. London came in and it just consolidated. We can still consider that part of the stop hunt. It's not done stop hunt hunting. It just kept trapping traders. 'Cause at this point, it got to take out the buyers and the sellers, whichever way it wants to be the overall trend. And so it came and did another stop hunt low. People could have been buying in this zone, and it came and took them out one more final time. And then we got our catch up across the mustard here. We also got it here. Now we're in New York session. So all of this is a stop hunt low. Catch up across the mustard here. For phase 3, we got 1 consolidation. We got 2 consolidation to pull back to the mustard. And then we got 3 reversal. End of the day. Somebody let me know you see it.
I see it.
Oh, well, that's all I need to know, Julian. I know your voice. You've been on these calls, so yeah.
And yeah, this helps a lot, man. Just going over and again and seeing the different variations. Thanks.
That's all I need to hear. Y'all finna close that talk. Y'all have a good day. Peace out.
Well, damn.
Hey, this ain't you saw for the day. Retain this information. I'm gonna make sure I drop this recording just because I know you kind of new to the calls and you seeing it. So you'll be able to go over this. That's how that plays out. So we have the 5 because this is the 15-minute chart, you're gonna see it break down like that in so many different steps. Asian session alone got its 5 phases. You could have traded that consolidation stop hunt, bam. Got your 3 levels out of it, pull back to the mustard, reversal in. London came in, all it did was stay in the zone in the range, figuring out, building orders, order blocks, whatever you want to call it, is trapping traders, figuring out its next direction. It
Yeah,
came and did
London.
that finals. Yep. Yep, came and did that final stop hunt right here. Because I knew you started to see it once you asked, was that a stop hunt? I said, yeah, he already see it. That came in. Bam, New York came in, my favorite time of the day. This is the way I look at the charts. I would have saw all of that. I was like, okay, this is stop hunt low. Man, we know this Asian. I'm always looking for it to do the opposite of New York. That's 9 times out of 10, that's the move. It don't always happen like that, but most of the time that's the move. That's why I wait on New York. So they take out all the noise and the bigger move is in New York. Came out and did the move, catch across the mustard, off the blueberry. We got our W, consolidation, pullback, another W, and then reversed.
Is that where you said it pulled back, but you see how the it crossed the mustard and then it went back over? Is that considered almost a stop hunt too because it crossed back over? You know, it crossed down and
Pullbacks
it
are
crossed
stop
over.
because if you got a buy here,
No, over to the
it's
right more. When you on right near that buy, yeah, right there.
right
Yeah,
here.
yeah, where
Yeah,
you see
that's
it
what I'm saying.
crossing, brother. Yeah,
Yeah, these are pullbacks and stop hunts because that's why I'm explaining this. If you got a buy here and you
Mhm.
somebody like me, we get on these calls 9:30. I'm looking to hold this the whole rest of the day. So if you do a buy here and you caught all of this, it's trying to pull back to take some of your profit.
Yes, it's a reentry, isn't it?
Yeah, it's also a reentry. So if you either held here and did your buy, I'm finna explain this in so many ways because there's different types of traders out there. And some of us, we either get scared, jumping out early, jumping in a whole bunch of times. The reason why now we have to think like we're making these candles, like we're the market maker. Why would I do that? Well, we got our buys in here. And for the people that's smart holding it, we're gonna pull back. Some of them might just say, okay, I'm gonna get out for the day. Some of them hold, we can't come back for everyone. So the ones with the nerves are still waiting for these 5 phases and these 3 levels to play out. We gonna catch it. Because we know we got one more level before the end of this day come, and then it reverse. At worst, it would have just held this area and we still would have came back up here and say, you know what, I'm gonna just hold that. That's one type of trader. You also got people putting in sales right here, and it'll let them think they got it, and then bam, come take them right back out. And then you got people that's holding them, they still never let go of the sale, and they stop losses way up here, and that's why you get things like these wicks up here to finally take them out before it go back in the opposite direction. You got people putting buys in bad spots. Um, they might trade out of the breakout or the consolidation or something like that. And they got entries, buys here, and they come and pull them and make them go through the red. Some of them gonna get out, some of them gonna hold it. They might got their stop loss near the bottom of the consolidation zone, and all it took was that little whip, bam, got them out of there and reversed. Another part of the strategy, candlestick Bible, that's a morning star right there.
It is. Yeah.
Yep, that's off the Mayo for another entry. And if you don't want to take your entry directly off the Mayo, you wait for that ketchup and mustard to cross again to confirm it, and bam. By the time that closed and this candle closed, bam. If the
So
water wasn't right,
it's more brave to take off the mayo because it's usually going to go, but then you wait for the cross.
because that's how I do the blueberry now too. I don't just take it off the blueberry. I still wait for that ketchup mustard cross. Sometimes if I do a blueberry entry, I'll use a smaller lot size in case it ain't done. Like if I had to took a blueberry entry here, it came and did a stop hunt, and depending on how big my stop loss was, it would have took me out. So either I do a smaller lot and see right there, there was no previous low. I would have had to come up with my own stop loss. I could have turned on the ADR depending on where that's. I would have definitely had the ADR on. I'm actually gonna show that and see if it'll show that where we're
Stop
at
loss
now.
on there. Yeah.
We'll show the pass. Yeah, we on the day. Bam. Perfect. That makes it even more clear because it hit this one, which lets me know I could put my stop loss at this one.
Is that the 25, the first one, or is that the fifth?
That is the 50. This is the 25 here.
Uh-huh.
So it hit the 50, which it does almost every day in either direction. So I could have 75% chance to hit the 75. So I'm gonna put it here. I don't want to go too low and put it on the all the way on the bottom, on the one below that, because now I got a bigger stop loss. But as long as I know how to manage my lot size and stay within the 1 to 3%, I'm not over leveraging. So that's up to you. You want to go that low. And then just make sure you got at least I'm a minimum 1 to 1 risk to reward ratio. But if you could do a 2 to 1 and all of that, like your TP's twice as big as your stop loss, 3 times as big, at least a 1.5 times as big, something like that, then you good to go. I could have put my stop here and never would have touched me. And then before the day was over, it hit the 25% on the buy side. But see, depending on my entry, and this is a stop loss, these become targets. So I could still hit this target, like if I was off the blueberry, and then it hit the open right here. That's another target. If we getting in when the ketchup cross the mustard down here, we would have used that as a target, and that would have been a TP3 at this point.
The TV time. Okay.
Yeah, depending on your entry. Also, off the blueberry, at least on the 15-minute
A little
time
bit.
frame,
Zoom in a little bit.
um, I'm actually finna start zooming out because I'm finna
Okay.
show.
So distance. Okay.
So like the blueberry, if we held the blueberry, we got a perfect W off of it. I'm gonna hold this at least for the next day because I'm off the blueberry. And so then I'm gonna start going for all these other targets. And it hit them. It hit every last one of them up until yesterday. It hit all up to the 100%. So usually when the blueberry hits, I'm looking to hold it for at least, that's when I know for sure I'm holding it for that 2.5 to 5 days. Ooh. Yo, I'm gonna have to get up out my place. They're
The
resurfacing my
blueberry,
tub.
2.5 to 5 days off the blueberry.
Mm-hmm.
Is that why that bot's so good? Because it comes off the blueberry like that?
I gotta get up out of here. Mhm. That shit is hit me. Um, they're resurfacing my tub. Now the chemicals all in the air. Let me see. You good? Okay. What was your question?
That
What was your
bot,
question, Julian?
that bot works off that blueberry, correct? Do you know?
Oh, that the blueberry bot. Yes,
Yeah. Oh, okay.
it's going to trade off the blueberry. Do you have it? Are you
Actually, I
interested in
have
it?
it. Well, this is another thing. I have it. There was an issue with the key. I have the key. I have everything now. I just need to set it up.
You have a new key?
Yep, they just gave me my key. I got it, and I got the video. I was gonna just work. After this. I was gonna go in the video and watch it and set it up. But walk me through it. That's fine too. Either way.
Okay, I was gonna say let me know how that go. I don't know if you want to try to figure that out.
I'll probably figure them
Um,
out and then I'm not okay.
okay, cool. Um, this make do going on what's going on in my place make me want to just go. I don't know if I want to overdo this, y'all. If y'all good and we continue this, this don't stop. Um, I like the feedback, so I think I want to end it here and we can just reset for next week if y'all good to go.
Yeah. Also, in that you're gonna go over the TDI or you had a video how your TDI works in
Oh, if you
conjunction
go on my YouTube channel, man, I got a lot of videos over the TDI.
on the flag.
Um, you got my YouTube, right?
It's the flag gold.
Yeah, Fly Gold University.
Yeah, I got it. I want to see.
I got that. And so in the course, there's also a video showing you how to mark up the trading zone on a 4-hour chart. I also got a
Okay.
video showing that. Trying to think what else. I don't know if I specifically got a video for levels, but I do got videos for the 5 phases. And man, if you on the days like when it's not Tuesday, honestly, if you go through my YouTube, man, the way I am on here, just running my mouth, that's how it is on there. Some of them videos, I'm just flowing. So it's like if you was to sit there and just watch them, listen to them when you can, I'm just dropping all kind of little stuff, man. Every little thought process I have when I do this stuff, I just be pouring it out on these calls. So it's something different every time. So if you do got the time to go over them videos, and most of them, I try to keep them like 30 minutes, no longer than an hour. My older videos, they long, but yeah. Oh, y'all give
Question.
me a sec. Give me,
So
give me
are
a
we
sec.
just letting this gold trade run? Or do you want commentary? Because I just noticed that looking at the TDI and looking at the charts on the 15-minute, it looks like it's holding the water. So I kind of want to see what it does at noon, but that's just me because I think we're going to be in chop for a while.
Yeah, thank you. Woo! So do you think it's gonna buy or sell?
Right
It look like
now, I think it's going to buy for a little bit. Because just looking at the 4 hour,
let me see. It look like it.
mm,
It look
it
like it
looks
might
like
sell.
it's
Yeah, it look like it might sell. What I
yeah.
see here on the 1 hour is the first leg yesterday. I also see the head and shoulders. We was going over that.
Okay.
Um, it's the divergence that got me the most on the TDI because it is holding the market baseline. And if this hour confirms a cross on the hour, yeah, it'll sell. We do got somewhat of a, that's not even a railroad really, but I do see the high, the W in the middle, and this could be the second leg of the M.
Okay. We'll
I'm
see.
gonna
Um,
hold for now. If it hit my stop loss for this, I'll probably be looking for sales for the rest of the week.
okay.
On the
Mhm.
15, does it look like it's creating a W on the last leg of the W?
It did a W. That's why I got into the buy. It gave off the buy on the hour chart for the scanner, but it did the W here. So it looked like it's holding yesterday's high. And then with the TDI, I use divergence. So
Yeah.
I clearly see the divergence. The TDI is going to give me what I'm looking for before the candlesticks will. So I see a M with a W in the middle. And if I go to the 4 hour, this almost turned into a railroad. This 4 hour candle with it, what is it, 11? It's only been open for an hour and a half. So by 2 Eastern, this 4 hour candle will close. And depending on how this close, it could be railroading. If it don't look like it's just a pullback for half of this previous candle and it starts to push up, it'll probably come and make a whole M. The 4 hour is actually showing a whole M. It's not a whole M, but it's showing one making. Yesterday it broke out the bands and back inside. And so y'all know I've been going over that. That's the first leg. And so it don't look like it's gonna cross back down on the TDI because it looked like it's holding the red signal line. It pulled back to it. And if it starts to just cross down here, we'll really know by the hour chart with the hour TDI. That'd have been on crossed by that point. I don't know. It could pull back just to the water on the hour or the 4 hour and reset, but I don't think it's definitely not going to go up no more for the rest of the day. I don't see that. It's either going to consolidate, phase out, or end up dropping completely. Is what I see. I really just got to wait till the candles paint themselves some more.
Okay.
It look
My
like it's
vote
trying
is
to be pushed.
consolidation, but we'll
Yeah,
see.
But if it
I'm hoping
crosses
for
it
that.
down and get out the trade, let it hit your stop loss.
I'm gonna let it hit my stop. It got to make a whole new low of the day for me. That'll be a stop loss out of when we hit another stop loss in like 2 weeks or something. So I'm cool with my losses. I take them.
Because the low of the day is like what, 45.73. So and it keeps like reject like once it gets to the 40, what is it, 45.95 area, it keeps kind of rejecting away from that area.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, my vote is it's gonna be another 8 hours, 8 to 10 hours of chop, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Because even with this hour, I'm even seeing consolidation here, and this rise could be a stop punt. That rise could be a stop punt for people that got in sales here, and it came and just barely just wicked them out, and then it could want to drop. I'm looking
Okay.
for either consolidation or all three. I'm always going to look at why I would do all of them. Why I would buy, why I would sell.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, because my
If
thing as well is I'm noticing it's rejecting away from the 25, but I don't know if it's doing just kind of like a liquidity grab before it just continues forward.
Mhm,
Because it could be doing that as well. So this
mhm,
could be like a drawn out fake out for a sell, like, or like,
mhm.
you know what I'm trying to say? But
Yeah, I see that. That's why
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold my buy still, because maybe it won't hit it and keep on going.
So but my thing is, if it breaks and holds underneath the what is it the water on the hour, I'm gonna be like, all right, let
Yeah, once
me.
it start to do that, and yeah, that it'll have to hit my stop loss by the time it do that anyway for me. If it start to do that, and then this have been on cross by that time, if it actually does that, then I'll start to look at maybe it's gonna sell.
Yeah, because if it's still gonna buy, worst case scenario, just my hypothesis, it can bounce off of the water. But like I said, I'm just kind of observing and watching because we still have a lot that's going on, geopolitically. So for all we know, Trump could treat something dumb and the metals like shoot back up. Like we don't know yet.
Yep. Yeah.
So
I'm gonna be paying attention to that hour and that 4 hour.
same. Silver is kind of just it looks like it's slowly like ranging upwards. So, because I'm learning how to trade silver, so I just want to be able to master the metals.
That's
Um,
what's up.
yeah.
That even sound cool. Master the metals. Sound like some X-Men stuff. I think I'm gonna phase out. I need to get out my place too. The dude done left. I had my tub resurfaced. That this smell like New Jack City in here. But
Crypto makes me call you Magneto.
and we went. I still did an hour. I know I started late. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all holding on.
Great train today. Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
All right.